Why you need to stop obsessing over your profit. The four metrics you must track to scale your business. Many people believe that looking at profit alone is enough, and if profit is good, that means the business is good. However, that's far from truth. Now, why is profit a lying metric? Because when you only track profit, you're flying blind. Because you can be profitable today and can be unprofitable, meaning your business can be dead 6 months from now. Why, you ask? Because profit has different items, such as non cash items, which make it look good, but it's not really that good. Also, since it's a numerical figure, it does not take into account qualitative aspects of the business, and it does not consider the different angles or different perspectives that can affect your business. So, to scale, you need to track your business from four different angles. Today, I'm going to be breaking down the balanced scorecard, the same strategic model used by Fortune 500 companies. And I'm going to be showing you how to implement the four metrics that is there in the balanced scorecard. And you must track those metrics in order to guarantee that your business will scale. And I'm going to be breaking this down in a powerful framework, not in the confusing old way where you could just go on Google or go on ChatGPT and search what is the balance scorecard and just give you a brief description. Or you could just read an old management textbook. But the issue with that is you would struggle to apply it to your business, your specific business. I'm going to give it to you in a simple, easy to digest manner that even if you're someone involved in a business that is non-finance related, let's say you have a contracting business, so you may not be aware about finance and strategy and things like this. Even someone who does not have an accounting or finance background can easily understand this concept the way I'm going to be breaking it down. And you can begin applying it to your personal business and can start taking action, because I believe the most important thing with anything is when you learn something new, you must start taking action. Action solves everything. Action solves the confusion. Action solves your doubts. So you must take action. So these are the four perspectives. As you can see, I've made some simple notes that will help me in breaking it down. So there are four perspectives according to the balanced scorecard model. You have the financial metric, you have the customer metric, and you have the metric relating to internal business processes, and finally learning and growth. Now let's look at it from a very simple point of view, because this is too abstract. What is financial? What is internal business process? The financial aspect asks the business, can we make money? Now, not just profit, but cash conversion cycle. That's the time, how fast you turn your sales into cash. And also, it looks at the net profit margin. Remember, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, but cash is king. You must remember that. Now, the other dimension, I mentioned here the four aspects, right? So, one is financial, one is customer, one is internal business process, and one is learning and growth. So, the customer metric, it asks, do we have customer loyalty? Like, do customers love the business? Net promoter score, customer retention, very important. Are you retaining the customers that you acquire? Because it takes a lot of cost in marketing and sales in order to acquire the customer, but you must ensure that you're retaining the customer. And what is the average order value? Now, next is internal business process. It might sound a bit vague, but all it asks is, can you deliver value efficiently? Meaning, if you serve something to your client or customer, Can you do it efficiently, or are you taking up a lot of resources? Is the process that is associated with your delivery of your business, activity, does it take a lot of time, like time to ship, or error rate, like how often you make mistake and you get returns? And then finally, we got learning and growth. Now, what is learning and growth? Can the business continue to improve and innovate? Can you constantly continue to create value for the customer and for the market? It's very important. New product service ideas generated. Like, how many new product ideas have you and your team come up with, or how many new service ideas have you generated? Can you continue to constantly create value? As I said, the business must keep continually creating value. Now that's the balance scorecard in a very simple way. So the four perspective. Now, why is it exactly called balanced, and what does this even mean? What this means is you only focus on financial metric, you will end up cutting the costs, which will eventually lead to your internal processes being harmed, which will then lead to slow fulfillment and errors. You will start making more errors since your internal process has been harmed because of the costs being cut, which will all result in the customers getting angry and you lose your customers. Now, losing the customers also mean that to get new customer you have to spend more on marketing and sales. So it's the extra cost. And you cannot invest in new ideas since you don't have a loyal customer base. That means it's going to be difficult for you to invest in new ideas. And in the end, your business fails. And because customers leave, you can't invest in new ideas, and the result, your profit collapses next year. The balance scorecard forces you to check all four boxes. You must be profitable and have happy customers and have efficient internal systems and be investing in future growth. Now you might ask, how can I do all four? It's not possible. It is possible with the right strategy, and that's what we do here at Prime Clarity Consulting. So if you want to know how you can apply this to your personal business, click the link in description and book a free consultation. So to recap, to truly scale, you need to stop driving a car while only looking at the speedometer, because that's dangerous. If you drive a car by just looking at the speedometer, that's dangerous. You must look at the road. You must look at the mirrors. You must look at the side mirrors, the center rear view mirror. And if you want the actual template and a personalized strategy on how to build the balanced scorecard for your specific business, it'll be tailored for your specific business based on your specific needs. Again, as I said, join the school community. The link is below. This is where we turn real world strategy. Okay? We turn theory into real world strategy. See you there.